Okay, welcome everyone. When we last left, I was here in front of Sen's Funhouse. Hadn't even gone in yet. I'm still dressed up like a ninja, and I'm going to be muted more than usual today because I have been coughing an awful lot. So I'm going to head in now. As you can see here, there's a message warning about a trap, and if you look down there, that tile is in fact a trap. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to walk in, bait these guys out, and completely fail to take them with the dart trap. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go on mute for a little bit. So I'm giving this snake man a little bait. I shot him with an arrow at range, and he managed to fall down into the pit, which is a good place for him. Off to a great start. So this weapon here, the shuttle, is, oh, whoops, I left a summoning sign behind. Guess I'm gonna go aid someone. Anyway, the shuttle's kind of cool. It's a dex scaling weapon, pardon me, which is nice. Plus, it has the side effect of, you can use it to, dodge your enemy's shield. You can just hit with it with the R2 button, and it'll go right past their shield doing damage. It's kind of cool. And if you ever see Lautrec fight, he actually wields 2 of them because he's a bastard. Alright, let's see what this guy's up to. Dun, dun, dun. That particular giant is obnoxious. So first off, this is a pretty small area to be fighting something that large, and while you can usually dodge under him between his legs and all, the fact is he does get a bit obnoxious, but most importantly he keeps throwing those large fireballs all over the place. And that just slows down your progress and can completely troll you when you're trying to get things done. There's also a key in here somewhere, but the host may have already picked it up, I don't know. But the boss in here is a personal favorite because he's essentially a low-rent tower knight from Demon's Souls. He has a similar weakness, but the fight is much less involved. Alright, muting again. Not a difficult boss, but still occasionally a dangerous one. See, he can pick you up and just pitch you right off the edge like that. He doesn't aim for the edge, he just throws you down wherever happens to be near. But since I was just assisting someone, really don't have anything to lose by aiding them. But still, oh, I got the souls. Okay, that's just silly. That is positively silly. However, I think I lost my Estus Flask charges by using them while summoned. Oh, I'm back up to 10. Well, life is good. Okay. So, we see this fellow again. Let's see how he's doing.
Oh ho! Ah, where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? We'll have another development.
Poor Siegmeyer. Plenty of bad luck. Plenty of optimism, though. Oh, that's interesting. How did I lose human form? By being summoned. That's new. Whoops. Okay, that was just clumsy of me. Okay, so I have picked up a little large Titanite, but not quite enough yet. So I'm gonna keep pushing into the fortress. Items right in this ramp that serves to drop balls on you. First off, I'm going to go down here. Ah! None of that worked out well. He's dead, he's dead. So there's a soul. Let's check in here. The Black Sorcerer gear. It's one of the different wizard schools in the game, but also the Hush Sorcerer, which duplicates the function of a ring you also find here. What it does is it makes so you simply don't generate noise, and that is friggin' awesome for sneaking up on everyone. In fact, I think I can... Oh, yeah, I don't need that. Oh, I don't have the ring. Never mind. Pay attention. Okay, so if I go back... there should be... wait a second. Back in here, little hole in the wall, jail cell, another snake man, because that is the population of this place. Lots of fucking snakes. Don't know where he wandered off to, but good riddance. Here's the ring I was looking for. Slumbering Dragon Crest ring. So, of course, to be really sneaky, you would combine this with the Hidden Body spell, or the Ring of Fog. And you would be harder to see, and you don't make any noise. And it does make for a nice combination. It is great for backstabbing mobs. And it's time for me to jump down here. What the hell? Why is he alive? Well, I guess I'm gonna kill this prick again. Haha, suck it. Okay, now to go deal with this. The giant balls again. Oh, there they are. Huh. They must still be rolling inside instead of coming out here, which is fine. Okay. Couple more things to do. Jeez, are you gonna go on or not? Thank you. So you got that hole there, which fills up with balls. Okay, so this thing is not just a chest. Let's zoom in a little. Yeah, see that thing? See the lid of the chest? Going up and down? This chest is snoring. Chests do not fucking snore. Oops. Okay, let's stop that. One way to deal with this guy, and you probably saw it with the other character just now, is you throw a Lloyd's Talisman at them, and they can fall asleep. And you can pick up the item out of there. The Lightning Spear is okay. It's not great. But it is kind of useful because you can turn it down into a +10. Just a +10 normal spear. Otherwise, and then you can go from there to other weapon upgrade paths. Okay, he's dead. I don't get anything from killing him, but hey, that's fine. I already stole his treasure. So as we see here, the pit filled up, and now balls coming down here smash through the wall to a key secret item. old Serpent Ring. That improves drops. So if you're trying to farm Titanite somewhere, or you're in the Abyss trying to farm up humanity, basically, that is something you're always going to want to have on. It is too useful not to have. Combined with 10 humanity, that'll take your item find up to 410, which I believe is the maximum. One place it's useful as just standard equipment is the New Londo Ruins, because you need things to drop the transient curses for you. Okay, there's the room. Okay, so the fun feature about this ball thing is it fires off in 4 different directions. So I'm going to send it this way. I think that's right. So you got a big brick wall down there. I passed by it earlier. Probably should have pointed it out. And as you can see by that health bar, there's a snake man hanging out down there. So I'm just going to let this finish its business. Yeah, he'll take one more, then it's done. Oh, one more still? Jeez, man. Durable little fucker. Okay. So, I'm gonna set this thing up so that it shoots out of the building. And so it doesn't harm anyone. Well, by anyone I mean me. I just don't want to get hit by this stupid thing. And let's go see what's behind that wall.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
So this is another one of those spots where the Master Key comes in handy. The normal way to get him is with a key you get a little later in the level called just the cage key.
Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm safe. And I'd love to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me then, so that I may impart my sorcery.
So, obviously, he's another sorcery trainer, which is nice to have. His stuff's fairly expensive, but it's pretty high level. He's where you get Soul Spear, and then a little later, Crystal Soul Spear, which are very strong attack spells. My character is not going to have the intelligence necessary to use any of them, so he's pretty much going to go to Firelink Shrine and just hang out, because I have little to no use for him. I mean, I'm barely using the few sorceries I have right now. So as you can see, that ball trap does get reset, and that's kind of a pain. Especially because that run is a little tight in terms of time, and very unforgiving. So let's head through here. There's going to be some more snake men, some large Titanite shards. Oh, and then these pendulums. Alright. Well, that was embarrassing. I'm sure glad I put it right up on YouTube for everyone to see. So these four, there's actually a gap between each two. So it looks a lot worse than it is. And then over here you see there's two trap tiles and a bolt shooter thingy. So I'm just going to run right up here and not worry about it. Okay, so here we are on the roof of Sen's Funhouse. And of course, in my world, the giant's still here. But I've got this nice little bonfire right here. My first playthrough, I actually missed this one, which, I mean, that's never good. What happened is, I was up on the roof there, and there was a message saying, you know, try jumping off. And there's these fire bombs going off, and I'm like, okay, I don't have time to stop and look down. I'm just going to assume this guy's a troll. And he wasn't, because, you know, that's just what happens to me, right? So I completely missed it on my first playthrough of the game. Okay, let's... I can do my Iato. Why can't I do my bandit's knife? Okay, I'm a little short to take it up to +10. Let's see, alright. Oh, I never... Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm probably going to have to go back to the blacksmith to upgrade my bandit's knife. It is just not doing enough damage for counters and backstabs, so that's a little annoying. There's two things I can do against it. I mean, first is obviously upgrade it, but the other thing is going to be to bring the Hornet Ring into the equation. That'll take a little side trip. I'll probably do it after the Iron Golem. So, let's make a run at our firebombing giant here. Okay, and I don't think I can... Yeah, I gotta get the key. The nice thing about him freaking out like that is that he has to calm down after, and that just gives you a bunch of free hits on him, which I'm pretty sure is a good thing in my book. So there's still a couple odds and ends here. Let's see, I've picked up a few Titanite shards, which is always handy. I can actually buy a couple in a minute. And then there's this guy. Another one of these massive knights, like the one in the, This guy's just like the one in the chapel. Probably more than Ow. Okay. Wow, I cannot believe him. That is frustrating. But hey, easy Titanite shard. And let's go down here. So this guy up here is a knight by the name of Ricard, and he sucks, but hey. There we go. So one nice thing he has is this rapier, which I'm going to put on for just a moment. So obviously it's not that great if it hasn't been upgraded. Standard critical, no special effects. However, yeah, its dexterity scaling is B, and it does get up, I think, to A or S. And it does have a special move. I believe if you one-hand it and then hit R2. Oh, that is not a good demonstration. Let's go over here. Okay. So you do a quick little double strike, which is kind of cool. Not cool enough to actually use. It's unfortunate, but there you have it. Okay, so let's check out these chests. So Divine Blessing is one of those things that does a lot of healing for you, and it cures a number of things, but it's too awesome to use, so people build up a small stockpile because they'll find them in-game. There's only a few, and then they'll never use them. And here we have the Rare Ring of Sacrifice. That lets you die without losing anything, and more importantly, it breaks a curse if you have one on you. So that is very useful. A little ways down the road. Alright, I am now going to go grab the key to open up the cage that I haven't yet. More climbing. Come on. So if you observe that giant, he's the other one causing problems. He's the one who's rolling the balls all throughout the fortress. And what you can't see, but what is heavily implied, is he's the one who keeps moving the damn switch around. So that if you're somewhere, if you have it set where the balls aren't going to hurt you, he changes it back. And I'm thinking I might just have to kill him.
What? What? Who are you? Ah, another undead, eh? I took on Sen's fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out, with your soul searching. There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool. Let me give you a... Don't even consider visiting Anor Londo. Not in your state. For a century they've tried and failed. The Night King Rendell, Black Iron Tarkus, and even Logan himself. You won't stand a chance. You'll be eaten alive. But go along if you wish. If only to deepen your despair. Let me give you a... Don't even consider...
So, this is the Crestfallen Merchant. He's seen people attempt to go to Anor Londo, which is where I'm headed, and fail miserably. We just saw Logan, who he mentioned, Okay, I don't really have use for any of this armor. I'm gonna grab these shards, though.
Go along, try and make something of yourself.
Alright, so down here, there is a snake man. And he has a key I want. The real importance of this key is it opens up a shortcut. Oh, is it over here? Oh, look at that. So I'm going to take this and run it back up the stairs. I mean, seriously, this place has too many stairs. I'm going to take that shortcut to do a few things before I go take the boss on. One problem with this particular giant is he respawns, so if I hit up a bonfire or anything like that, he'll come back. The firebomb one doesn't, but he does, so the balls are always going to be there, and that just sucks. So I'm going to head out of here, and I'm going to take care of a couple quick side quests. I'm going to try to get the Hornet Ring today, and set myself up for some weapon upgrading. Let's see here. Oh, he's still alive. Let's fix that. And you see right there is the cage that I sent down. So now I have a shortcut from the beginning of Sen's Fortress to pretty much the end, which is very convenient. I love seeing that happen to other people. Or snake people. So there's also a secret area over this way. We fight another giant, get another Titanite chunk. I'm going to leave that alone for the moment. Let's run like hell through here.
Well, don't get yourself killed.
section of the game leads to the Grave of Artorias, which becomes a little important later. It is, however, a particularly dangerous area, especially since I'm in human form right now, because there's a fair number of NPCs who just want to bludgeon you to death for trespassing on the forest, which is why I am running like hell in an attempt to keep them away.
Is it not so that thou art new?
Thankfully,
Thou
their aggro
fared
range
well
doesn't extend to in here.
But cometh thee not for the grave of Salvatorius? My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorias art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well. I am very glad. And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant.
So just now there was somebody attempting to invade me.
And here,
Oh.
taketh this ring.
Never mind.
If thou wearest that ring, it allows for thine summoning. If mine senses reveal intruders, I will summon thee. Fend them off, sir. I beseech only this. I shall summon others who will, by their honor, work tirelessly with thee. Thou shalt receive great reward, and whatsoever we shall pillage will be thine own. A true agreement, not so. But thou must heed the golden rule. The clan is thine only family. To thine kinsmen forever stay true. Darest not in any attempt to double-cross. Have no doubt, such wretchedness never will we tolerate.
Okay, so this covenant is kind of nifty. It's a kind of the no-holds-barred covenant. Like, if you enter and you use that ring, you can be summoned here to the woods when a player who isn't a member, like me, just now anyway, comes in, and they will be invaded by dark spirits, which would be you after using the ring. So it allows for any number of players on each side. You can do 3v3, you can do... I've done 3v1, which is just plain old ganking. But pretty much anything can happen, because a lot of Dark Wraiths will come in here too, and they'll invade. It's pretty wild at times. But it also gives you access to this guy.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting. He said, there is little in the form of rules. You hear? Fight and hunt as you like. Whoever's fastest gets to play. That's the way we do it. Only, don't forget what Alvina said. Traitors aren't given a second chance, for any reason. That's about it then. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with us. Good hunting to you.
So after joining this covenant, you can meet Shiva here down in Blighttown, and he'll sell you weapons. In fact, he sells the Uchikatana, which is pretty much the weapon for dex builds. Now it's a very popular area. And you also get this guy. He's got nothing to say. He does, however, have the dark wood grain ring, which lets you flip around like an asshole. I've been invaded. I don't want to deal with that right now. So, the point of me joining that, I mean, there are a couple of points to joining it. First off, I'm going to get that dark wood grain ring later. But, getting safe paths through that section of the game is nice. Over here, there's a set of armor. So that's a big, bulky, heavy set of armor. It has actually fairly good magic resist. But, there's one scene I can see using it in. Well, that or Havel's. But, it's not going to be right here. Now, there's an invader here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get the Hornet Ring, which is in the boss room. But the boss fight isn't triggered right away. So yeah, this is a significant arena, and if you look here, that's the Grave of Artorias that totally does not exist. That's his sword, which is huge, and back here is the Hornet Ring. And let's... So Lord's Blade Kjaran and Artorias were friends, and once we get to the DLC, you'll probably see why the ring is here, but it jacks up your critical attacks, which is pretty important, because that extra damage can make a proper mess of a lot of enemies. The only downside is that your animation... Oh, can I seriously not... this guy's gonna murder me. Anyway, there's a number of enemies in Anor Londo that are quite vulnerable to backstabs and parry riposts. And the Bandit's Knife upgraded and combined with the Hornet's Ring, pretty solid. And there's these little mushrooms. You can farm these for gold pine resin if you're really looking to do lightning damage. A word of warning, they do hit hard. It's kind of a surprise when it happens the first time, but they seriously pummel you like a truck. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get out of here yet. Oh, hey, the Phantom went home. I'm just going to warp right back to the bonfire. Alright, nothing else happening here, so I'm gonna make a run for the boss. So Iron Tarkus is an NPC here, and he was mentioned by the Crestfallen Merchant a little bit ago as one of the people who didn't quite make it to an Orlando. He is actually entirely capable of beating the Iron Golem on his own. And while he's just called Iron Tarkus, his armor is called like the Black Iron whatever. So the joke for a while was it's Black Metal Tarkus, which is kind of funny. But then Tarkus is also the name of an album by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, which features a giant frickin' armadillo on the cover, an armadillo tank, because it was the 70s, I guess. I haven't listened to the album. I otherwise like ELP, but I just can't comment on that. Alright, come on, let's bring a guy in. Let's gangbang this stupid column. Okay, I'm a little more equipped for a fight now. The stamina recovery is always nice. Okay, I guess none of these white signs are going to hang around, so let's just do this. Swaying? Yep, he's gonna fall down. So yeah, if you beat his leg long enough, he falls down in a manner very similar to the Tower Knight from Demon's Souls. That fight is considerably more elaborate because he has... Oh, there we go. He has people help him. Okay. Souls. Excellent. I'm gonna grab some Titanite shards from the merchant. This jump always makes me nervous. Anyway, I'm gonna grab some shards from the merchant so I can upgrade a little bit. I mean, I should be fine. But, always nice to be prepared. Hey, buddy.
Oh, what is it? Where do I get all my things? I'm stripped off the corpses of fools like yourself. It isn't easy. I have to catch them just before they go hollow. But don't worry. I'll be there to claim your trinkets, gazing at your final twisted grimace.
Oh, capitalism. Alright.
Go along, try and make something of yourself.
So, I should be able to upgrade my bandit's knife a little bit. Oh, shit. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen eventually. Alright, so down here. Just once, I'd like... Oh, please. No. One really nice dexterity weapon is one these guys have called the side sword. Nice moveset, pretty solid weapon in terms of stats, and it never frickin' drops. And they appear in fairly small groups, so your best bet for farming them is pretty much the Undead Parish. And I think only 2 of the 3 knights in there actually drop the blade, or the sword. So it's a pain in the ass to get. But, hey, if you've got one, you might as well use it. Okay, so it's time to go to Anor Londo. So at long last, I've made it to Vatican City, Anor Londo, and I gotta say, the animation with those demons grabbing you and carrying you away appears to have improved a little. There's lighting, an actual lighting effect that comes off that ring of light, and there wasn't before, and it looks really good. So these guys, there's a fair number of these giant sentinels all over, and I'll take care of them in time, but I don't really care right now. And right now I'm just going to go rest at the bonfire, talk to the Firekeeper, and start making progress to, to the Lord Vessel. Any luck? Oh, there's the Firekeeper.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you. What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling. The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet. If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for. If you require rest...
Okay, so finally my longbow's up to +10, and his knife just hit +8, so we're not doing too shabby there. This elevator. So right past here is a former boss monster that shows up for you to fight like a normal monster. Hey, buddy. It's a bloody gargoyle. Ouch. So I've got his helmet and axe, that's always fun. What's this? No. Justice on the sign. I'm gonna leave it be for now. So Demon Titanite is special. You've probably seen souls of various bosses in my inventory. Those can be combined with certain weapons to form basically boss soul weapons. And it's the Demon Titanite that lets you enhance those. You need about, I think it's your usual 9 or 10 to get up to +5 for whichever weapon you have to be using. There's one I'm probably going to try to use. Oh, look at this jerk. Oh. I'm not Bob Barker, but come on down. Come on. Oh, he's being safe about it. That's cute. So here we are in the rafters. And this is a very easy place to get yourself killed, because that is a long way down. And even with fall control, it's still one of those things where the game just says you've been falling too long, you simply die on the spot. Oh. Oof. Those daggers. Jeez, buddy. I guess if you stand around and take too many hits like that, that can also kill you. But, it's a close call. Okay, 2 more of these pricks. Nice. So this is actually one of those things that becomes easier in New Game Plus, because there's a bow you can get that allows you to launch massive frickin' arrows. It's meant for hunting dragons. But, boy, what it'll do to one of these jerks is impressive. There we go. That's pretty much the worst of that part. Let's head over here. So there's another one of those, that chest down there. Not that chest, but the box. There's another one of those divine blessings in there, and it's not like it's difficult to get to. I just don't care. Because again, it falls under too awesome to use. I know I'm just going to hoard this stupid thing. So here's a stairway, or a spiral stairway, that adjusts to multiple heights. Am I being invaded? Oh, I am. That's adorable. There's a few telltale signs for invasions. The big one is when you see fog doors pop up where they wouldn't be normally. Oh, little cutscene here. So when the Fires Keeper said just head out and take a straight run, she wasn't even completely wrong. The conditions just have to be right for it. Like this has to be down and certain doors have to be opened. So once you clear the way, it is an easy run. However, when you start, you're going to have a little work to do. Okay, seriously? Ouch. Anything that flies can just fuck itself. There we go. No tail axe for that, but that's fine. That's not why I did it. Ouch! Fuck! Fuck! Oh well, the shortcut's open, so it's not all bad. And vengeance is mine. So between the shield, the axe, I think there's also a halberd that I haven't gotten. Between all that, I can kind of dress up like a gargoyle. I have no idea why I would do that. So up here is the entrance to the building, but that door is very, very closed. And there's these two massive sentinels. Again, not dealing with them. Well, I'm probably gonna have to deal with the one. Let's see if... yeah, he wants to play. Oh, are they both? Oh my god. Why? Just why? Go away. Seriously? How the hell is he still alive? Oh, come on. Not quite as planned. The end result was the same. Okay, so these two demons can be kind of a problem. Because they have some ranged backup. Let's see here. Let's run in, aggro them both. Oh, whoa, whoa. Not good. Oh, one fell off. Hooray. If I could lock on, there we go. So this is kind of an infamous part of the game. If you look kind of directly above my character, you can see a figure waiting. That's a Silver Knight. There's another one over here on that buttress. And they're using those Dragon Hunter bows I was talking about. And they use them to knock players off of these ledges here. It's a nice warm welcome to Orlando. It really is. Alright, we can do this right. Okay, swing. No, do it again. Thank you. Is he dead? No. There we go. Okay. Here, let's see another Silver Knight. These ones with the spears, sometimes I have a little trouble with. So, some Sunlight Metals, which I don't need. Silver Knight Spear. And, hey, it's our buddy Solaire.
Oh, there you are. You've been quiet these days. Smooth summoning out there. Anytime you see my brilliantly shining signature, do not hesitate to call upon me. You've left me with quite an impression. I would relish a chance to assist you. You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you? If I didn't know better, I'd think you had feelings for me. Oh no, dear me, pretend you didn't hear that. You really are fond of...
So Orlando is a bit PvP hotspot. It's a little unfortunate that we're going to have to turn human here. But, as you can see, there's a lot of help you can get. I'm going to ignore that until the boss fight, though. But, there we go. Let's make sure my equipment's in good repair before I run out there and get murdered. Check up my dex. Endurance. Herp. And let's go meet the locals. This guy is really aggressive. Whoops. Oh. Oh, come on. Boy, it is easy to screw that up. So that's the Havel set, which is fairly strong. A very heavy set of armor, very solid magic resist. Good luck rolling with it. That's another one of those shithead mimics. God, he looks like something out of a bad Tim Burton movie. He's carrying? So the occult upgrade path is unusual. It builds off of Divine, and it seems to be used for killing godlike beings. Like it's good against Gwyn at the end, and several beings close to him. And the whole reason it's there instead of in a normal chest is because they want to keep that thing the hell away from anyone. So I've got 2 more mimics up here, and I can move forward with my quest. Leads me forward. So one thing I want to do first, it's just a side quest thing. And it's got plenty of knights to stab in the gut, so hey, nothing wrong with that. And in here, this old buddy Siegmeyer.
Whatever can be done. Ah, you again. Let me guess. Were you repelled by the Silver Knights? Oh, don't be ashamed. 'Tis the fate of vanguards like you and I. I'll think of something. We can overcome this together. This is quite a fix. We'll need another 3, no, maybe 5 bodies. Quite. This is.
So we've got 3 Silver Knights in here. And Siegmeyer can't handle them all. And I totally understand that. I mean, I just gotta take them one at a time. Let's see if I can bait this guy. And there's 2. Okay, and number 3. Oops. That wasn't so bad. Some more Demon Titanite, and... So this doesn't even open a shortcut. This is literally just a little loop. It's really only there so you can meet Siegmeyer again. I mean, obviously there's that stairway there. So, let's go talk to him, and then head to one of the last parts.
Oh ho! What's on your mind, friend? Wait. You defeated those monsters? Fantastic. I'm saved. This Knight of Katarina hereby commends you. Take this as a token of my gratitude. But be warned, next time...
So here we have a nice little shortcut back to the bonfire. This door only opens from this side. Probably didn't see me even try to open it. Sorry, probably didn't see me even try to open it, but yeah, it's just a quick trip back to this bonfire. And then the other knight in the room is guarding a couple of chests. He's not a huge threat, so let's murder him. There we go. And inside these boxes is Silver Knight gear. So if you really want to dress up as one of the Silver Knights, that's the place to do it. Okay. Up here we have pretty much this massive hall. Got a Silver Knight there, big frickin' sentinel, and another big frickin' sentinel. Again, I'm just gonna ignore them for a minute. And this lever opens the big double doors. So now it really is a straight shot from all the way back where we started to that boss fog right there. Okay, and since he's not near his buddy... Oops. It's Wrath of the Gods, which is just a petty asshole of a spell. Oh, these guys bleed? Oh, that's crazy. I never knew that. Well, that's helpful. Oops. Okay, so I'm not gonna try to deal with this sentinel. This dick is running around with that bow. So up here is another shortcut, and a blacksmith, of all things.
Who are you? is no good, but forge, very good. I help any time. Talk, 'tis no every. But you, I, but I. But you are but I. Comment soon.
So this guy he is not a man of many words, but he is a helpful blacksmith. Alright. So if you want to modify your equipment, you can... This is the guy to go to if you want lightning weapons. Costs you Titanite chunks to send them to lightning, as well as... upgrading them. And these are soul weapons. Now... Okay. One thing is, you have to have the requisite item up to plus 10, and the soul. Now the Chaos Blade, let's see, here we are, has a bleed effect of 300. It's not too shabby. Its strength requirement is 16. That's a minor problem. Oh, and I can't read about it. That's weird. It's not a bad weapon, but when you use it, you start bleeding, so it's not really ideal. Oh, I can get large shards here. So Twinkling Titanite he sells, which is nice if you don't want to grind crabs later. And these elemental arrows, say if I made my longbow a lightning bow, these would be what I'd have to use as my main weapon, or as my ammo. And at 700 a shot, that's really expensive. He also sells the Dragon Slayer arrows at 500 a pop. Moonlight arrows are for magic weapons. Anyway. And the giant gear, which it's just too heavy for me to use right now. Let's see. Let's take my scimitar up to plus 10. Oh, I need 2 more. Dang. Force. Okay. I'm gonna need at least 5,000. So I'm going to need at least 5,000 souls to actually make the weapon I'm trying to make. Modify. Ah, there it is. Quelaag's Fury Sword. Mostly a fire weapon. Which, hey, that's sometimes fun. And it's a little unusual because as a chaos weapon, it does more damage based on how much humanity you have. And boy, if I could find this stupid thing, maybe I could upgrade it. Oh, 5,000 souls. Yeah, whatever. There's that guy. And then this prick. So this offers an easy way to get in here, and thankfully this door is small enough that those giants can't really follow you. Oh, and I'm just over 5 grand. Let's upgrade the Fury Sword. Yeah, 5,000 a pop. That is a lot. And one problem is it just does not compare to my standard weapon right now. Because that's... I mean, it's up to plus 10 already. And... there it is. Yeah, it does a bunch of fire damage. Oh! That may actually wind up doing more than my current weapon. Okay, let's try it. Let's be a dumbass. Let's see if I can upgrade it at least twice more. I need more Demon Titanite. That is unfortunate. So 260 versus... There it is. 311. Alright, give this guy a shot for a while. There's plenty of Demon Titanite to be found. I just don't really feel like beating up the Titanite demons to get it. There's like 4 at the bottom of Sen's Funhouse. But that's just out of the way. I think that'll be a side quest next week. Okay. Oh, this guy's still kicking. Come on, get away from that pillar. 46 damage. You know, without the bleed damage, my overall damage may not be as good with this. I mean, it's not universally applicable. I don't know what kind of defenses this guy actually has against fire. God, it doesn't look impressive. Oh, no, no, no. Frick. Yeah, these guys have the healing spell. Yeah, I am just not doing enough damage. Well, I'll give it a shot for the bosses. Boy, this is going to be difficult. Well, I think that's enough impotent rage for me for tonight. Those two bosses are rather a pain. And when we come back next week, I'm probably going to summon for them. I want to see if I could do it without, but this is not the build to do it with. And because I never did get the Eagle Shield out of Blighttown, that's going to slow me down. Because that thing has enough stability to actually keep, to actually use it like a proper shield. But this is just not happening. So, calling it a night. Same bat time, same bat channel.